Okay, here's a question. It tells us we're dealing with an arithmetic sequence, but it's really kind. It tells us the formula for the nth term. And to begin with, we've got to find the value of u1 and u2, so those are particular values of n that we can just substitute into the formula and get 2 marks for. Then we've got to get the common difference of the arithmetic sequence. So you need to know what common difference means, which is the difference between successive terms. And since you've already got 2 terms, you should be able to spot what d is without too much trouble. Then finally, it says given that this object here is 0. Now this means the sum from n equals 1 to k of un, in other words, the sum of un, which is the nth term, starting with n equals 1, i.e. the first term, and ending with n equals k, the kth term, and that has to equal 0. So this is just a complicated way of saying the sum of all the terms from the first one up to the kth one has to equal 0. In other words, we're using the formula for s of, how many terms are we adding up from 1 up to k? We're adding up k terms. And on page 4 of your formula book, you've got a sum for Sn. So you can easily replace n by k in that formula, and say the answer's got to be 0, and then solve an equation. Now when you're solving that equation, you're going to use the fact that you know what the common difference is, and you know what the first term is. So 2 of the letters in that formula you know. In fact, it's only going to be the k, the number of terms that you don't know. And the other thing is to use the fact that in order to solve that kind of equation, you'd like to factorise. And the formula on page 4 is already factorised for you. So don't multiply it out. Just set it equal to 0, look at the factors, decide your 2 possibilities, and you should find 2 possible values of k. One of them is an obvious but wrong one, because we need to be summing at least some terms here, because we actually start from n equals 1. So of your 2 values of k, only 1 will be the required answer, and that's the one you need to give.